This is lesson 10 of Manager Strategy Planning. You've shipped 5 tactical wins, your manager noticed, and your team noticed. Now think bigger. In this lesson, we're going to talk about going from tactical wins to strategic thinking. Tactical prompts handle your daily work, like status reports, emails, meeting notes. The stuff that takes 10 minutes without AI takes 2 minutes with AI. Strategic prompts handle quarterly planning, goals, team capabilities, hiring roadmap. The stuff that takes 2 weeks without AI takes 30 minutes with it. Today's lesson will teach you how to use AI for strategic work. Here's what we're going to cover today. Tactical prompts versus strategic prompts. We can understand the difference and when to use each approach for maximum impact. Draft quarterly OKRs for your team. We can create your team's objectives and key results in 10 minutes instead of a week. 3, how to assess team capabilities with AI. We are going to map skills, identify gaps, and prioritize training versus hiring decisions. And finally, build hiring a business case in 15 minutes. We're going to justify headcount with ROI calculations, and it's going to be data-driven. Your one job today is to use one strategic prompt, draft your next quarter's OKRs, and then compare it to your old process. Let's start with 3 tasks every manager does. Every quarter, you do the same 3 strategic planning tasks. First, set quarterly goals. Your company calls them OKRs or business objectives, or key results. Different names, same work. You define what your team will accomplish in 90 days. Second, assess your team capabilities. Who has what skills, where the gaps are, what training you need, whether to buy talent or build it. Third, plan your hiring roadmap, workforce planning, budget justification, the case for why you need 2 more people on your team. Without AI, this takes 2 weeks. Spreadsheets, meetings with your manager, revisions, more meetings, more revisions. You spend hours writing goal statements, hours matching skills to projects, hours building the business case for headcount. Your output? 10 to 15 slides, 5 to 6 spreadsheets, 1 presentation to your VP. Your reality? You hate this work. You do it because you have to. You copy last quarter's deck and change the numbers. With AI, you get a first draft in 30 minutes. You spend 2 hours refining it. You present something better than you've ever presented before. This lesson shows you how. Tactical prompts handle daily work. Strategic prompts handle quarterly planning. Here's the difference. A tactical prompt is write a status report for this week's project updates. A strategic prompt says draft quarterly OKRs for a team of 8 analysts focused on customer retention, given our company priority to reduce churn by 15%. See the difference? Tactical prompts process information you already have. Strategic prompts create new direction. Tactical prompts save you 10 to 15 minutes. Strategic prompts save you 2 weeks. Most managers stop at tactical prompts. They use AI for emails and meeting notes. They miss the real win. The real win? Use AI for work your VP evaluates you on. Quarterly goals, strategic planning, budget justification. Your manager doesn't promote you because you write good status reports. Your manager promotes you because you set clear goals, execute against them, and justify resources. AI helps you do that work faster and better. Here are 3 strategic prompts. Example 1. Draft a 2025 hiring roadmap from marketing team showing ROI for 3 new positions. Example 2. Create a skills gap analysis for engineering team compared to our product roadmap needs. Example 3. Build a business case for training budget increase based on team capability gaps. These prompts save weeks. Let me show you how. Task 1, set quarterly goals. Every company has a framework, whether you call them OKRs, MBOs, business objectives. The format changes, the work doesn't. You define 2 to 3 objectives. Each objective has 3 to 5 key results. Each key result has a metric. Without AI, you spend a week writing these. You reference last quarter's goals, you look at company priorities, and you draft. You revise, you meet with your manager, you revise again. With AI, you spend 10 minutes. You give AI your context, team size, company priorities, last quarter's results, you get draft OKRs, and then you spend 20 minutes refining them. Task 2, assess team capabilities. You need to know who has what skills, where the gaps are, what training to budget for, whether to hire someone or develop someone. Without AI, you build a skills matrix. You rate each person on each skill. You identify gaps. You take notes in 8 to 10 one-on-ones. You compile everything. This takes 4 to 5 hours. With AI, you describe your team, your projects, your needs. You get a draft skills matrix and gap analysis in 5 minutes. You validate it, and then you refine it. Task 3, planning your hiring roadmap. You need more headcount, and you need to justify it. You need to show ROI. You need to build the business case. Without AI, you create a spreadsheet, you calculate workload, you project revenue impact, you write justification slides, you prepare for the budget meeting, and this takes 8 to 10 hours. With AI, you provide the context, your current team size, workload metrics, business impact. You get a draft business case in 15 minutes. Then you spend an hour making it bulletproof. These tasks usually take 2 weeks. Now they take 2 to 3 hours total. Let me show you how to do each one. Task 1. Let's draft quarterly OKRs. I'll show you my prompt, I'll show you what AI gives me, and I'll show you how I refine it. My context, I manage 8 customer success analysts. My company priority is reducing churn by 15%. Last quarter, we reduced churn by 8%. We have gaps in proactive outreach and renewal tracking. Step 1. Let's write a prompt using the ROICF framework. The role, you're a strategic planning advisor for a mid-sized SaaS company. The objective, draft quarterly OKRs for my team of 8 customer service analysts. The instructions, and here's why I input a list of the instructions that I need to give the AI. The context, the team handles 400 accounts. There's 50,000 average contract value. We have a 12% churn rate. Our renewal cycle is 12 months. The format, return OKRs in standard OKR format with objectives and numbered key results. Keep the language specific and actionable. This is what the prompt looks like. Pause the screen so you can copy the prompt. And here's the output that we get in 30 seconds. You have the objective to reduce churn. You have the objective 2 to build capabilities, and objective 3 to improve tracking. Now this draft is 80% complete. Now we're going to spend 20 minutes refining it. The first problem is we have aggressive metrics. 95% forecast accuracy is hard in practice. So I changed it to achieve 85% forecast accuracy for quarterly renewals. Problem 2, we have unrealistic coverage. 100% of enterprise accounts for quarterly business reviews, that's very unrealistic. So I changed it to establish quarterly business review cadence with top 50 accounts. 12.5% of total. Problem 3, the training timeline is too fast. I change end of month 1 to end of month 2 for training completion. After 20 minutes of refinement, I have OKRs I can present to my VP. Total time was 30 minutes. Old process, 1 week. Time saved, 4.5 days. Task number two, let's assess the team capabilities. Here's my context. I have a team of 8 customer success analysts. Their current skills are basic CRM usage, reactive support, email communication. The needed skills are data analysis, proactive outreach, consultative selling, renewal forecasting. The company priority is to reduce churn by improving proactive customer engagement. The training budget I have is $15,000 for the year, and my hiring budget says that I can hire 1 new position in Q3. So here's the ROICF prompt framework for skills gap analysis. The role is you are a workforce planning consultant for technology teams. The objective, create a skills gap analysis for my customer success team. In the instructions, here's where I copy and paste my instructions. And for context, I do the same. The format I wanted to return as a table with columns, a skill gap column, current state, target state, recommendation, priority, and timeline. Here's the prompt put together. Pause the screen so you can copy it. And here's the output that AI gave us. Here's our table. Here's exactly what we asked for. It gave me the recommended budget allocation of $8,000 data training, $4,000 at forecasting workshop, and $3,000 individual development. That totals $15,000, which was my budget amount. Time to create this manually, it would have taken me 4 to 5 hours. Time with AI, 5 minutes for the draft and 30 minutes to validate. Time saved, 3 to 4 hours. You validate the output with your team leads, you refine priorities, and then you present to your VP. Task 3, we're going to build a hiring business case. So here's the context. The current team is 8 analysts. The current accounts are 400 enterprise customers. Account growth rate is 15% per quarter. Average contract value is $50K. Current churn rate is 12%. Our target churn rate is 9%. Each 1% churn reduction equals $600,000 in retained revenue. New hire cost is $80K salary plus $20K benefits equals $100,000 total. The ramp time is 3 months to full productivity. Here's the ROICF framework. The role is you are a workforce planning analyst for customer success organizations. The objective, build a business case for hiring 2 additional customer success analysts. In the instructions, I paste in what's needed and the same for the context. For the format, I want the results to return as an executive summary plus supporting data table. Include the ROI calculation and payback period. And here's the prompt put together. Pause the screen to copy the prompt. And here's the AI output. Here's the graphic depiction of the executive summary from 66 accounts per analyst by Q3 without new hires to 44 accounts per analyst with 2 additional hires, and that enables proactive engagement. We're going to retain $500,000 in revenue from 2% additional churn reduction with better coverage, and that's 150% first-year ROI with a net benefit of $300,000 after the $200,000 investment. And here's the business case output calculations. AI generates this business case in 15 minutes. You spend 1 hour refining it. Total time, 75 minutes instead of 8 to 10 hours. Where do we run these prompts? Well, in ChatGPT, you copy the prompt and you paste it in chat. Add your context and submit. It works on the free plan, and the paid plan gives faster responses. In Copilot, you copy the prompt, you open Copilot in the browser or in Microsoft 365 apps. For enterprise users, Copilot remembers your company context. Paste the prompt, add your details, submit. For Google Gemini, copy the prompt, open Gemini in browser or Google Workspace, paste the prompt, add your context, and submit. It works in Docs, Sheets, Slides if you have Gemini Enterprise. Don't forget, Check with IT before using external AI tools for sensitive company data. Your company approved AI platform, when available, must be used. Well, here's what you learned today. Tactical versus strategic prompts. Tactical prompts save 10 to 15 minutes. Strategic prompts save 2 weeks. Use strategic prompts for work your VP evaluates. You learned how to draft quarterly OKRs using the ROICF framework, providing team context and company priorities. Get an 80% complete draft in 30 seconds and then refine in 20 minutes. You were able to assess team capabilities. You mapped current skills to needed skills, identified gaps and priorities, get training versus hiring recommendations, and you spent 5 minutes versus 4 to 5 hours. And finally, you learned how to build a hiring business case. You calculated the workload and ROI, showed revenue impact, addressed objections with data, and you did it all in 15 minutes versus 8 to 10 hours. Time saved per quarter. The OKR drafting, you save 4.5 days. Skills assessment, 3 to 4 hours. Hiring business case, 7 to 9 hours. Total saved is over 5 days for the quarterly manager planning work. Multiply that by 4 quarters, you'll save over 20 days per year by using AI. Coming up, lesson 11 is executive communication. We'll cover board presentation prep in 2 hours, executive briefing documents, strategic messaging frameworks, and stakeholder communication plans. Stop spending weeks on executive decks and start shipping presentation your CEO approves. Don't forget, join the community. Share your OKRs in the free school community and see what other managers are working on. Get feedback on your strategic plans. Follow Flow AI on LinkedIn for more practical lessons. You're shipping strategic work in hours, not weeks. Keep going. See you